All right, you guys. We have Jordan here from Play on Tabletop at the Warhammer World Championship. What? Tournament? Tournament.
Yeah, we can call it that.
Wait, what is it called? Did I bust that?
The World Championship, or the Warhammer World Championships, or the World Championships of Warhammer. That's what they're calling it.
There we go. Okay.
WCW, not to be confused with the wrestling promotion from the 90s.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Oh, we got Fierce Charlie in here. Big fan. He subscribes to
Fierce
Play
Charlie.
on Tabletop.
Oh shit.
Yeah. He was like, wait, tonight? And I was like, yeah, tonight. I get to harass him. I know. All right. Are you ready for your questionnaire?
I am. Questionnaire. This is an interview. Okay, questionnaire sounds like a...
That's true.
Yeah, this is proper journalism.
Proper journalism. All right. How long have you been playing?
It'll be 2 years at the end of December.
Okay. I should probably start off with who are you?
Who am I? My name is Jordan. Okay. Hello. My name is Jordan. I am a nerd from Vancouver, Canada. I really like competing. I've been doing some form of like martial arts my whole life. I wrestled through high school and university, and then fought MMA and did jiu-jitsu, and then I love competing. And Warhammer is something that I can compete in that doesn't hurt my body as much.
That's fair. That's completely fair. So, you said 2 years you've been playing Warhammer on tabletop.
My first I started collecting kind of like mid 2023 because my friends started paying. I was living in Sweden teaching jiu-jitsu all through COVID, and I got back in like the middle of 2023, and my friends had gotten into painting Warhammer during the like lockdowns and stuff. So I was like, oh, I guess I'm doing this now. But the painting and stuff never really interested me, but they taught me how to play, and then I got obsessed with it. And my first like real tournament was December of 2023.
So your first year, you went to your first tournament?
Yes. Yeah, okay. I went straight into the power.
Okay, so what made you want to learn Warhammer?
Yeah, just like my friends got into painting and it looked neat, and I used to play StarCraft and I was a Zerg player, and the Tyranids are basically Zerg, so I was like, okay, I can get into this. And then they taught me how to play, and then I think you and I are similar, where if you get into something, you get like really into it. So I had to be careful of what I pick and choose to do, because if I ever played World of Warcraft, it would probably ruin my life.
Probably.
Yeah, so whatever I pick to do, I want to be good at it, and I want to be the best at it. And then that became Warhammer.
Okay, so how long did it really take you to like learn the game? Like all the ins and outs, the rules, all of that.
The lame teacher answer in me is like, you never stop learning. But like to get like good like competitively was probably about 6 to 8 months.
Okay. So how did you get so good so fast that you were able to get like into
you're making
tournaments?
Me blush.
But you said you went to your first big tournament within a year. How did you, what obstacles, like how did you get that far so quickly?
Well, luckily my friends have been playing for quite a while, so I was able to learn the basics from there. And then I kind of went through the progression of watching play on tabletop, and then moving on to like more like competitive centric channels and stuff like Art of War. And I'm a very visual learner, so luckily John Lennon, who's at this tournament this weekend, he plays Tyranids, and so I was able basically just to like watch him play and then be able to copy what he would do. So one of my jerseys I'm wearing this weekend is the back says Twitch.com John Lennon. Because in my scene, so I would copy John's lists and do what he did, and then people in my area would copy my lists. So it was like the Timo version of John.
Oh, I love that. That's fun, and it like kind of cycles back that support.
Yeah. And then
So
oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, continue. Sorry.
No, it's fine. I guess another thing too. No, I lost my train of thought.
Oh, I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
just look. No, it's fine. Luckily with my job too, like I work remote, so I can spend a lot of just like my free time like studying Warhammer and stuff, and I find that really fun. And like my favorite thing in the world is problem solving. So and like Warhammer is like so many different problems to solve because like no game is different. There's 23 different armies, and, like different missions, different layouts are all different problems. So that's a lot of fun for me.
So the critical thinking aspect, you think you really thrive in?
Yeah,
Ooh,
because
I
that's
like
like
that.
jujitsu, same thing as like real time problem solving. And if you fuck up, you get choked out. So
That's fair,
am I
because you
allowed
get
to
a
swear?
consequence from your choices. Kind of
Yeah,
like jujitsu.
dire physical consequences. Yeah.
Alright, so outside of tabletop, what would you have to say your favorite faction is?
Tyranids. By far. Like,
Why?
not even close. Well, because like I've been playing StarCraft since I was like 6 years old, and so I was always a Zerg player.
So you
And
just always liked
I don't know.
bugs.
Yeah, I was that kid. Um, uh, yeah, I don't know. I just think they're a very interesting army, and they're very unique in like the 40k space. Like a lot of it's like Warhammer is basically a fantasy setting with a like sci-fi skin. So I think a lot of the stuff is like that, but like Tyranids like feel like actually very very alien.
That's fair. That's fair, because they are. And like if when you picture
Yeah,
aliens, you do envision like the Tyranids. So
yeah, and they hangry.
what is your favorite part of the Tyranids? Like the Termagants, Gene Stealers, the Warriors.
Um,
What would be your favorite?
I just like the like what's my favorite unit, or just like what's my favorite thing about Tyranids.
What's your favorite thing about Tyranids?
I just like I wish they would bring this back to tabletop because I think this is how they used to do it in ninth. But I love the like synapse, like being able to like project like your will across like a sea of bodies. I just think that's a really cool concept.
So mass amounts of units versus fewer larger units?
No, well, no, I just like the hive mind aspect of it, where like the Swarm Lord, like when he shows
Gotcha.
up, like Gods can like outmaneuver like Space Marines and stuff. And I think that part's really cool.
Gotcha. Okay, so when it comes to playing with the faction, what would be your favorite? Would it also be the Tyranids?
Um, yeah, because Tyranids play a lot different than most other armies in the game. I mean, obviously, like they shoot stuff, they do melee, whatever, but like the way they play and the way you have to play them. Um, Actually, that's another thing that got a reason I got good at 40k uh, fast was because Tyranids when I started playing they suck. They still do kind of suck, and that's why I'm not playing them this weekend. But I had to get good at the game to be able to be successful because I couldn't rely on just being like, overpowered by shooting army or something. So the like Tyranids are like a board control army, and you have to focus on scoring and being able to like damage by committee. So like for instance, like you shoot an execrane at a unit, so now you get reroll hits of one against that unit. So then you can shoot like something else, and because Tyrannid shooting is kind of inconsistent, but if you get to reroll like the ones that fit a bit more, or like fireboard strip cover, so it's just like yeah, I guess the best way to describe it is like damage by committee. So like everything works together for like a common goal, so it's kind of on theme.
Is that tying into like the hive mind like lore at all?
Uh, I mean, kind of. It kind of just it's probably kind of on purpose, but it's just how the army functions.
Gotcha.
But
Gotcha.
I like making like I like playing 5 games of Warhammer because the more decisions you make, the better player will win. Does
That's
that make
fair.
sense?
That's
Because if you're
fair.
playing 5 turns, there's more decisions to make, so there's more opportunity for skill expression.
That's totally fair. So, what would you say is your biggest advantage of playing Tyranids on tabletop?
Um, Sometimes my opponents don't understand the assignment until it's too late. I remember there's that match I played against a teammate at a tournament. He was playing Chaos Demons, and I basically could not kill his army like at all. So I went on. I am only scoring points. So like
Why was that, you think?
oh, because okay, so like we've been learning tabletop together, and so you know
Right.
like when strength or toughness is double strength, you're winning on sixes.
Right.
That was my whole army against his army
So
because
that's
I
a
was
huge
playing
advantage then.
yeah, so I was playing like a bunch of like he had like maybe 15 models and I had like 100 models. So my guys were like all like gene sealers and hormogoths and stuff like that. Um, so, but there was one point in the game where I put Death Leaper on his objective, and I put some Gene Sealers on his objective, so I had more OC than him, so I controlled the objective. And then I just passed the turn. He's like, "Oh, you're not going to charge me?" I'm like, "Nope." He's like, "Oh, fuck," because like I'm not trying to like at the end of the game I had 4 models left on the table, and I had killed three or 4 models of his, and I won the game by 10 points.
So would you say you won by massive numbers due to having
Uh,
extra rolls?
No, I went pure scoring. Like he was gonna kill me, but I was gonna score more points than him.
Gotcha. Gotcha. So do you just prefer the strategy of Tyranids over playing other
Um,
factions?
uh, I just like doing like board control. Like World Leaders that I'm playing this weekend, they're also a board control army, so I'm enjoying playing them. But I just like I just like my bugs.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So how many tournaments have you done?
Oh, I don't know, a lot.
What would be a lot?
Let's pull more than 20.
Oh, okay. Okay, and that's in the last 2 years, correct?
Uh, 22 months, yes.
So where all have you traveled for tournaments?
Not too far. Some parts in Canada, and then for the U.S., I was in Utah a few weeks ago, and I've done like Washington and now Tacoma. But next year, I might be going to Belgium because I'm on Team Canada for the World Championships. So that'll be
That's
fun.
freaking awesome.
Yeah.
So, what is your most memorable tournament?
My most memorable one. Two come to mind. So I played a charity event last year. Um, it was like it was raising money for like food banks and stuff around Vancouver. And
Oh,
in
that's
the finals
awesome.
of that tournament, yeah. And in the finals of that tournament, that's when I played Nick from Play on Tabletop, and
Oh,
we had an
no
excellent game.
way.
Yeah, and we had an excellent game. But yeah, like the stars had to align because like we both won our first 2 games, so it was a three game tournament. So we ended in the finals, and we had an awesome game. And he like my army's like super pretty because my guy's amazing. And he's like, "Do you want to be on play on?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Okay, so
And it's funny
that's
because
your
I joked.
entryway into play on tabletops.
Yeah, and I joked about it because I the year before, when I just like started playing, I had no idea what I was doing. I showed up just like for fun, and Nick was there as well. And I'm like, oh, what wouldn't it be so cool if he like saw my army and thought it was cool and asked me to be on Play On? And then like a year later, it happened.
Okay, so I was gonna ask you, when did you decide you wanted to be on play on tabletop? So it was about a year before you actually
Yeah, like when I
battled Nick.
yeah, because like the Play On guy is actually like the studio is like 10 minutes from my house, so they're all local. And so when I was watching them, like when I first started learning how to play, and I was watching them, I was like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if I got on this one day? The
Oh,
power of
that's
vision boards.
awesome. All right, so how long have you been on play on tabletop?
My first recorded was September of last year, so it's
Okay.
been just over a year now.
So how do you like it? Are you loving it?
I
Is
love
it
it.
your home?
It's a lot of fun. It's more work than people think it is, but it
So
is super
what?
enjoyable to get paid to play with toys.
Man toys? That's fair. So what all goes into a recording? Because that seems like it's a production. So I'm assuming a lot
Yeah.
goes into that.
Yeah, like we have a videographer, we have a scriptwriter, we have the two people who are playing like talk like usually the night before, like to go over lists to make sure like everything's gonna be cool, and then we set up like what would be a cool mission. If there's a sponsor, we need to get them in there somehow. Uh, and like a game of Warhammer, like when you get good at it, usually should take you about 3 hours. But usually recording takes about 7 because we have to
Oof.
stop and do interviews and do cool shots and stuff like that. And it, like when you're in like hour 6 and you're trying to figure out like, oh, what happened in round 4, I forget like what secondaries did I draw, and like still trying to keep up the energy is tough. And then on top of that, it's like usually 12 hours of editing for like a full-time editor. So like each episode takes
12
about
hours.
yeah.
That's
So yeah,
insane.
so
So
each
that's like
episode is
a
about 20 hours.
so that's a full day for you to do one recording.
Correct.
What is your favorite faction to play with on play on tabletops?
Um uh Oddly enough, now it's the Raven Guard because like I made that character and the people really like it, so it's always fun to like be a little
Well,
silly and
tell me
like.
about your character. What is your character on play on
Oh,
tabletops?
okay, so I had this. Late last year we did a 24-hour marathon game of Warhammer to raise money to get new armies for the channel, and one of the tiers was to get Raven Guard on the channel. And
Oh my
the guy who was
gosh.
supposed, oh yeah, it was awful. um, but what the guy who was supposed to play Raven Guard um, was sick, so they asked me the night before, like, hey, are you busy? Can you do you want to play Space Marines? I was like, I've never played Space Marines. I was like, okay, well, so, yeah,
What?
so yeah,
That's crazy.
so I spent the night studying on what they do, um, and yeah, and then I so the first episode went pretty good, and then the second episode, I had this idea of like every time I play them, I'm gonna get more and more emo. So the first time was just normal Jordan, and then the second video I had the emo wig, and then throughout the game, like, do you know what Crusade is?
Yes.
Okay, so like you know how like a unit will do something cool and then they get a name or whatever. I think that's how it works. I don't know. Anyway, there was this assault intercessor that just like fucking went on a tear.
Yes, it does say
I
Daddy Dorn.
um yeah.
Sorry,
So I
continue.
decided no. So he was the assault intercessor was gonna die, and then I decided to roll a command point because if he didn't die, it denied Nick 4 points, and so he lived. And then he went on a tear, and I think that one model scored me like 12 points that game, which is insane.
That's a
And he
lot
lived
of
from
points.
like
12 points?
yeah, yeah. And on turn one is when I saved him with that commander roll, and he lived until turn four. And then just like we needed to give him a name, so we gave him Jordan. And then
I
that's where
love
the
that.
character is from. And now technically the most famous Raven Guard player in the world, which is weird.
I love that.
But now I'm building the army in real life, and I'm going to play at tournaments and stuff. There's a tournament at the end of the month that's on my birthday, so I'm going to bring Raven Guard.
Ah, that's exciting. That is so exciting. So, what do you mean by your character is evolving?
Like Jordan?
Yes.
Okay, well, yeah, if you watch the first video, it's just normal Jordan, and then the second one, I had the Amazon $20 This Is Funny emo wig, and then the video that just came out, we had an even better emo wig, and then we had like a fishnet fingerless glove and the three ravens howling at the moon shirt, and then so it's just going to keep progressing more and more and more, and then I have one wig that's going to be my final form.
I love that. So, what made you interested in the Raven Guard?
Uh, just playing it on because like I always wanted because I have the Tyranids, so that's the Xenos, and then I have the World Leaders that are Chaos, and then I wanted like an Imperial faction. So I was probably just gonna build. I was gonna do like purple Marines because then they can just be whatever. Like you can run them as Blood Angels, you can run them as Ultramarines, like whatever. But then I had fun playing Raven Guard on Playon. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna do this.
Are you enjoying Raven
It's
Guard?
kind of yeah, it's super fun. And like it's kind of funny because like I didn't know about the new detachment that came out just now, like the Raven Guard specific one. I was just like it was kind of like I was saying when I get into things, I get really into them. So after playing Raven Guard twice on the channel, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna be the best Raven Guard player in the world. And then yeah,
Now you're here. Now you're here.
now we're doing it.
Okay, so can I have this, Kitty? So where are you right now? Right now, at this
I'm in
very specific moment, where are you?
I'm in Atlanta, Georgia, at the Hyatt Hotel
For why?
for the World Championships of Warhammer.
Ooh, so how does that exactly work? Like, how did you get into the World Championships?
Much like the uh, famous book slash movie, The Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, you need to get a golden ticket, and you do that by winning a major tournament.
So what was your
So,
major tournament that you won to get the golden ticket?
it was 3 weeks ago. It was the last golden ticket available. So I am Charlie. I'm him.
So what tournament was that, and what did you play as? Or play with, I should
Um,
say.
it was called Kipper's Melee. It was on Vancouver Island. It was a 80-player tournament, and I played my world leaders.
How did your
And we
world?
went undefeated.
Obviously you won, right? So you got the
I
golden
did.
ticket?
I
Ah,
did. And now we're here. Without
that's
Uncle Joe, because that guy's a
exciting.
motherfucker.
So how does a championship work? Like, how is it broken up? How is it organized? All of that.
Yeah, so there's about 400 and something players here from different countries.
400. Oh
So
my gosh.
400 of the best
Oh.
players. It is the highest ELO tournament ever.
And these are all over the
Um,
world, correct?
all over the world, and everybody won a tournament to get here.
Okay. Okay. So how do they break that up?
Yeah, so you're a soccer enjoyer, so you know like the FIFA World Cup where they put the countries in pools.
Yes.
So they've split up. Um, they split up all the countries into 16 pools. So like I think there's 4 Canadians in my pool, and then there's like 5 Americans and stuff. So like it's evenly distributed. and we're going to play 4 games, or 5 technically, 5 games in the pools, and the winner of that pool will go into a 16-man like championship bracket to play for the gold.
Okay, so you ended up in what, pod 3, right?
Pod 3.
Pod 3. So, is there any specific person you are excited to play against?
There's a Swedish Chaos Knights player that it's gonna be fun because I lived in Sweden for 3 years, so we can bond over that, and it's a good matchup for me. And then the highest ranked guy in my pool is a guy named Jack Murphy, but he's playing AdMech, which is probably the strongest army right now. So, and that's a tough matchup for me. But
How are you feeling about that?
I think I can win, but he's a very good player. So like I'm gonna have to play good and also have good dice rolls. So module 1 will need to be in full effect.
Oof. Are you feeling nervous at all?
Not nervous. I'm more excited.
Okay.
The best part about this tournament is like every game's gonna be good. Because like sometimes the tournaments you like play like a newer player or it's like not very like stimulating, but like every game is gonna be like the finals of the tournament. So that's what I'm most excited for.
Is there anyone you're nervous to go against?
Definitely the Jack Murphy guy on AdMech. So
Do
what I'm
you
hoping is,
do
oh
you think
good.
you'll go head to head with him?
I mean if I keep winning, I will.
Okay. All right.
So, but like the dream scenario is that the Swedish Chaos Knights player takes out Jack because Chaos Knights are good against AdMech, and then I'm good against Chaos Knights. So it's kind of like a rock paper scissors thing going on. So if they play early and then the Swedish guy takes out Jack, and then I have a really really good shot of getting out of the pool.
So is that your
And
plan?
also, yeah, that's the dream scenario. And also, Eldar is probably my worst matchup, and it's the second most represented army at the tournament.
Oof.
And there are no Eldar in my pool.
Oh, so that's a win, right? That's good.
Yeah, no, I got incredibly lucky. Like I'm in probably the best pool I could ask for,
So how
and luck
many
is a
exactly
giant factor in winning.
how many are in your pod?
There's 26 people, I think.
Okay. And you're gonna battle 5 of them?
Yes. Well, 4, and then if so there's 8 rounds of the tournament, but there's technically 9 because there's a thing called the shadow round. Because with 26 players, if we play 4 rounds, there's going to be 3 people that have a 4-0 record, but there can only be one winner. So they're going to play what we call a shadow round. So it's a round that doesn't technically count, and then the winner of that goes into the championship bracket.
Are you nervous?
No. This is going to be fun.
Not at all? Not
Plus,
at all
no,
nervous.
no. Well, I mean, like at the end of the day, I can beat everybody up in that room. So like, if they beat me at toys, it's not the end of the world.
Gotcha. So, where ideally do you think you're gonna rank in this championship?
The goal is to go 4 wins, 4 losses. So somewhere in the middle.
Okay. All right. I feel like that's fair. That's fair. So, what would you feel would be your best strategy for winning the championships?
Well, obviously, like module 1 for my training program, which is roll good, and module 2 is don't let my opponents roll good. So if I can do those 2 things, I'll probably have a good shot.
Well,
But
those are out of your hands. So,
well, no. Uh, I mean, maybe to you normies, but
us normies. Okay. So, what is
yeah.
gonna
So, yeah,
be
but like the dream scenario is that the Chaos Knights player takes out the AdMech player, and then I face the Chaos Knights player after that. That's my best shot of getting out.
okay? Do you have a specific strategy you plan on using?
Yeah, like we said earlier, like roll good and don't let our opponents roll good.
Other than the dice rolling, do you have a strategy?
Yeah, so like I was saying earlier, that world leaders are like a board control army. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna I'm playing like a lot of like middle units, so I can trade pieces usually more efficiently into armies. So they have to use resources. Basically, I want to draw out the resources and then punch them in the face.
Okay. So if you're playing at this high of a competitive level, is that the best strategy to use? So if people were wanting to play tournaments at a higher level, is that how you recommend playing?
It will more depend on like what army you're playing and what your like play style is. So like that's kind of how world leaders play, but I wouldn't recommend that for other armies. Um, for uh, for people starting out in tournaments, the big thing you need to focus on is scoring points over killing stuff. Because like killing
So
stuff is fun, but like if you don't score, you don't win.
So, what would be a good strategy other than like obviously not going for the kill, but what would it entail for people that are learning and wanting to go to tournaments to play well and win?
Yeah. So focus on your deployment because where your pieces are matter more than anything, and make sure you're able to like score your primary and score the secondaries that come up. Because like if you draw a card like area denial, that means you need to be in the middle, and you have nothing that can get into the middle. Well, then that's a big problem.
So, just player placement on deployment, making sure you're holding your home base and being able to travel into the middle.
To make sure you're able to score points and hold primary is the most important thing.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I gotta ask a weird question.
Okay, go for it.
Are the nerds as sweaty as the internet makes them out to be?
That is a great question.
This includes deodorant.
There. Oh, Warhammer nerds seem to be better at hygiene than most.
Oh, that's
Um,
good. Okay.
yeah, like some Magic tournaments I've been to have been awful, or like BlizzCon. But I mean, there's like I would say like it's the minority of players that are like don't care about hygiene or are also like the stereotypical like rules
Oh,
lawyer got to know
good.
losers.
Good. Are they like super anal about rules, or are they for the majority good team players?
Um, no, people like that. Oh, like in general,
Like
or are we
at
talking about this?
tournaments. Like at
Oh yeah, no, the
tournaments.
majority, the majority are like really, really good. I know, Texas is known for being super toxic, but like in our community in Vancouver, we've done a good job of getting rid of those people and making them not welcome.
What about outside of Vancouver?
Yeah, like I said, I think like the Pacific Northwest is really, really good. I've heard Texas is like pretty shitty. Florida's good,
Oh
so I
no!
think
Sorry, Kyle.
yeah. Well,
Kyle on Coffee is from Texas, and that's where
I'm
he
sorry,
likes to play tournaments.
oh well, your scene sucks. I'm sorry, buddy.
Oh man. So, what would you say is the best way to get into tournaments?
Um,
If you're interested, you're a casual tabletop player and you're like, I want to invest more time and I want to go further, what would be your recommendation? Listen, I
yeah.
have
So
fun.
like, yeah, I'm glad you have fun. I'm not saying Kyle is, but I've heard that Texas is not the best place to play Warhammer. Um,
Apparently, Kyle's the winner. He wins best sportsmanship here. So,
that's good. Ooh, actually, one of my biggest accomplishments is I went undefeated and won best sportsman, which is pretty unheard of because usually when you beat people, they don't
ah!
like you.
Oh, why?
Um, well, if you get stomped by a guy, you're not gonna like, oh, you're not gonna vote for that guy as best sportsman. Usually.
Fair. Fair.
Anyway, so learning to play competitive, yeah. So I would just like honestly just kind of do like trial by fire, just like sign up for an RTT. It's a 1 day event. There are 3 games. And just go and try to have fun. If you want to start getting more competitive minded, you can start watching like battle reports, like from like my team at Mid Table Tactics, or like Art of War puts out a battle report every day, or like Vanguard Tactics. Like there's a lot of like you could just like find your army and battle report and start watching people play, and then you can get a better idea of like what you need to be doing or what and like what units people are playing and that sort of thing.
So when you say watch people playing, what do you think would be a good resource for watching people play?
Um, yeah, well, I'll show my own team, Mid-Table Tactics. We usually have 1 or 2 battle reports a week. Art of War is very good. Vanguard Tactics are very good. But most importantly, it's about seeing like your army. So if you just whatever, like since you're a Black Templar girly, if you type in like Black Templar battle report, and then you'll get some games.
I love that. So we will post the links below for that at the end of stream. So you guys can have some resources.
So I'm going to bed well before stream ends. So I'll send them to you tomorrow.
That's fine. That's fine. So
As it is almost 1 in the morning here.
that is crazy. Okay, so for people thinking about starting their first tournament, what would your
Hmm?
advice be?
Ask a lot of questions about your opponent's army. Um, so, like, uh, for instance, instead of just asking, like, oh, how far does that unit move? Right? Ask what its threat range is, because it may only move 8, but like some units have advance and charge. So, like, advancing, you get to roll d6. And then also move. So they're instead of moving 8, they could move up to 14 and then charge. And so if you ask for what your like threat range is, as opposed to how far they move, stuff like that. Like, do you have any special rules that like you go through terrain? Do you have rules that if I'm standing on objectives, you get like bonuses to attacking me? So just asking a lot of questions about your opponent's army to make sure you have the best information, and also trying to like play by intent. So I've been trying to teach you that where like I'm going to move this unit here, and I want to position it in a way that it can't be shot from that guy over there. And then if like you and your opponent are trying to work together to have the best game, so like I'll usually ask my opponent like, hey, can you give me the angle that you can shoot me so that I can so this guy can't be shot.
That's fair. Okay, so what would be a good or multiple good resources for someone wanting to progress from casual tabletop games into tournament?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to get like super serious about it, I would watch like Art of War. They're the best players in the world, and they put out like daily content. But it's behind a paywall, but like they have YouTube channels where they like do streams and stuff, and they usually do a battle report a week. So like if you're starting to get serious, I would like look into those guys. They're really good.
Is that your only resource, or is there multiple resources you have?
Vanguard Tactics, I think, also put out like gaming resources. My team does as well. Um, I would avoid Reddit. Um,
Why? I'm sorry, I have to ask,
uh,
why avoid Reddit?
do you remember that thing we were talking about, the Dunning-Kruger effect?
Yes.
Yeah, it's full of people of that.
Okay.
Also, StatCheck is a very good resource as well.
Okay. And is that for any level of player, or is there a different resource
Yep.
for people progressing at all levels?
Um, no, I think any um, level of player can get benefits from those resources.
Okay. All right. So that's a good starting point. So how What do you enjoy most about competing?
Um, yeah, the problem solving aspect of it is like super fun for me. Like that's what I think I find the most fun in the world. And then just being able to like express myself and be able to kind of like benchmark my progress as well as a player and a person.
That's fair. That's fair. So, what all does it take to get ready for a tournament?
So usually, unlike this tournament where we just found out what the missions are going to be, usually like a few weeks out, you'll know what the missions and the layouts for the tournament are going to be. So you can start like practicing your deployments and stuff, and like general strategies. And some missions are better for certain units, so like you can start list building accordingly. Um, yeah, so I would start there. Yeah, we just found out like 2 hours ago what the first mission for this tournament's gonna be.
Obviously, you can't disclose what that first mission is, but are you nervous?
Oh no, the day one's actually like super good for me.
Oh, so that's exciting. Okay.
Yeah.
So, how often, so if you're going into the World Championships, right? How
Yes.
how many practice games have you ran
Um.
before
So from
like
the
practicing,
so
I
I got
guess?
so I got the golden ticket about 3 weeks ago, and in those 3 weeks, I've probably played 30 practice games.
30.
So two or
That's
three games a day.
insane. That's so okay. Are you playing like tabletop simulator or are you playing like actual in life
People in
games?
real life. About
Hmm.
half and half, half and half. Because
Okay.
like I was playing against a really good Death Guard player, but he lives like across the country. So I mean, playing him on TTS is the only option. And then
Do
also I've got like my
you
practice games for like Team Canada.
do you prefer tabletop simulator or do you prefer playing in person?
I prefer playing in person because the number generator on the dice in TTS is fucking garbage, and I hate it. But
Okay.
it's like yeah.
So that's another question I have. So, how close is tabletop simulator to the actual game?
I mean, pretty close. I mean, you can like make all the decisions and the movement and stuff is good. Like, I mean, it's like probably like 95% like the real thing.
And is that including like cheating? Is there the ability to cheat in tabletop simulator?
Less so because like you both have like that top-down view, so you can kind of see everything that's going on, and like you're like it's just you and like the other guy in Discord, so there's no distractions around and stuff like that. And it's like a lot easier to look up rules and stuff.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay. So, would you say that you encourage tabletop simulator before going into real life games?
No, I think the best way to learn is just to like the same baptism by fire. Just go get beat
Baptism by
up, and yeah, you'll learn.
Okay. So, sink or swim.
Yeah,
Okay.
and eventually you'll start showing.
Okay. So,
And the
off
nice thing
the
is about
wall,
tournaments is like
can continue. I want to hear this.
so like you'll play people with the same record as you. So like if it's a 1 day tournament that's 3 games, like your third game will be against someone who also lost their first 2 games. So like you'll have someone closer in skill by the end.
Okay. That makes sense. That's so it's more balanced essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. So, going into tournaments, what skills should people focus on?
Um learning probability is really good because people don't understand how math works and they get upset.
Is
So that
that
part
in
is really
regards to like dice rolls?
yeah. So like okay, so like let's say for instance your unit has 10 attacks and it hits on 4s, right? So if you have 10 and you're shooting whatever, right? So if your 10 attacks are hitting on 4s, on average you're getting 5 hits. Okay. Um, and let's say the guy has a 4-up save. So of those 5 hits, you're only going to get 2 or 3 wounds through. So of those 10 attacks that are like 3 damage, you're like, oh, I'm going to do 30 damage to them. You're probably on average only doing 6. And people seem to struggle with that.
And that's strictly probability of dice roll and knowing what
And like
how
fractions,
each
yeah.
player like plays, right? Like knowing what their damage is, what their strength is versus what you can roll and block and all of that, right?
Yeah. Yep. So that's super important. And like movement is the most important part of the game. So like I was saying, your deployment is super important because your pieces need to be where you have to get them. And if you mess up your deployment, then like your whole game is like you're at a disadvantage before the game's even started.
So, what would be an example of messing up your deployment?
Kind of the example like I said earlier, where like if like your secondaries for turn 1 are like engage in all fronts and area denial. So engage area denial wants you to have someone right in the middle of the board, and engage in all fronts wants you in each table corner. So if you're not set up to be able to do those things, instead of scoring 8 points on turn 1, you're scoring 0 out of the so like you're already losing basically.
Gotcha. So, would you say that knowing the deck is a huge advantage for you into going into the game?
Yeah, because yeah, you need to know what's possible, what you've already drawn, what your opponent's drawn. Like, for instance, if the overwhelming force is one where if they get points if they kill you on an objective. So if you just put like you charge their unit right, and one of your guys, you move a guy, so he's just going on the objective for like no reason. But now you're setting your opponent up to be able to score more points.
So, what skills should people be focusing on? Like in a tournament as fast paced as this is?
Um, Yeah, movement and positioning is the two most important things.
Okay. So, what would be going back into the whole tournament as a whole? What would be the format of the worlds? Like, is it
So
based by
there,
country? Is it based by points? Is it how is it
uh,
organized?
it's pretty random for the most part. The only like deciding factor is they split up the countries, yeah, like evenly throughout the pods, and like you won't play a countryman unless you absolutely there's no other choice.
Gotcha. So, what did you choose to play as a
I
World
brought my
Championship tournament holder?
I brought my world leaders because they are what got me to the dance, and they are very strong right now, and I am good at them.
And that's why you chose it over Tyranids?
Yes, Tyranids are very disappointing right now.
Oh no! So why are you still playing Tyranids?
I know, it makes me sad. I would love to have my Tyranids here.
No, you don't. Let's not lie.
No,
Um,
I would much rather be playing Tyranids than World Leaders, but yeah, they're
really?
just not good. Yeah,
So are they not
they're my
good
they're
for a
my
tournament?
babies. Yeah, they're just really weak right now.
When you say they're really weak right now, in what aspect do you mean?
So Tyranids were the first codex of the edition, and so since then, it's been like almost 3 years now. and the power creep of the game has increased quite a bit. So now, like, Tyranids can't really contend with like the newer codexes that are coming out,
So
and their army rules suck.
why do you say that?
Because things that are coming out, like the books that are coming out now, their rules are way stronger than what Tyranids have.
So what would work in Tyranid's favor to make them equally balanced in the Tyranid scene? Or in the tournament scene?
They honestly they have to like rewrite like a lot of their rules. It's not good.
So they are kind of screwed for. So would you say you do not recommend playing them in a tournament scene?
I mean, it depends what your goal is. Like, if your goal is to win, then probably not. But if you're there to have fun, then you can have fun with anything, right?
Right. So what would be your top 5 to play with in a tournament scene?
So the top 5 right now are probably Admech,
Which is
Eldar, World,
okay. Oh, okay.
Adeptus Mechanicus, Eldar, World Eaters, Raven Guard, and probably Knights.
The
Yeah.
Knights Templar? I'm flattered.
No, like Imperial
Oh,
Knights.
oh, wow, way to break my heart. So you said Raven Guard. That's curious because their Primarch is technically AKA.
Yeah, but
So,
they just got a new detachment. It's nuts.
so what is that new attachment?
The Shadow Mark Talon.
So what is that?
Um, so uh, they get Oath of Moment, which means they get to pick targets. And they get full reroll hits against them and +1 to wound, which is really really good. And then they have reactive move, they have blown off, they can fall back, shoot, and charge, which is one of the best rules in the game. And then they can uppy downy, so they can pick stuff up off the board and then drop it again on the next turn. It's insane the amount of damage they do.
So why is that one of the best rules in the game?
Fall back, shoot, and charge because it usually a good strategy is to like charge something or like tag it so then it can't move. Um, like if you tag a tank, for instance, if it falls back, you can't do anything. But being able to fall back, shoot, and charge like gets around that.
So they're able to escape but still defend themselves. So they're able
Yeah,
to.
they're able to escape and still attack.
Okay. All right. So I've been learning a little bit with Tabletop Simulator with you,
Yeah, yeah,
with my Templars, right?
that's man.
So why are Templars not a good choice to play with in tournaments?
Oh no, they're a solid like mid choice. They're just not the best right now. Like they're not in the top 5.
So
I'd say they're like
why?
solid like A B tier.
Okay, so if I were to do my local game shop, I'd probably do okay with them, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, like my teammate brought the one you watched me play on stream.
Yep.
A couple hours, and he's playing that list at the World Championships, and he's probably going to do pretty well.
So why would the Templars not do well at the World's Championship?
Um, because yeah, the top armies just like have so much bullshit that they can do that like the Black Templars are like solid. They're a solid army. They do like pretty fair Warhammer. But
Okay.
like the top armies, you need to like do shenanigans like the Eldar and World Leaders.
When you say shenanigans, what do you mean?
Like Eldar can like move 27 and then 27 inches across the board and then charge. They can shoot and then get back in a transport that's hiding behind a wall, so you can't even get to them. Like the move and shenanigans are just insane.
So, as a Templar, would I have a fighting chance in a tournament?
Yeah, against an Eldar player? It would depend on the skill of the Eldar player.
Okay. What about in the World Championships?
It's gonna be tough.
Why?
Because Eldar do insane damage and they move really fast, and it's very hard for yes.
So would a Templar have a fighting
Oh,
chance in the World
I just got
Championships
recognized
or
in the
no?
lobby. That's cute.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I missed the question. I was busy being.
you're being busy at the World Championships of Warhammer. Must be lucky.
I mean,
So
that's one of my sayings is better be lucky than good.
it's true. So is there anyone playing the Bach Templars in the World
Yeah, like my
Championships?
yeah, my friend Gary.
Oh,
He's here
he's
doing it.
playing?
Yeah.
How well do you think he will do in the championships playing as?
Um, he's a good player, so I could see him going like 5-3.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Pretty good.
That's not bad.
Not
Yeah,
bad.
like I said, they're like Black Chapel are like solid like high B, low A tier.
Okay. So you have now gotten to the World Championships. What is the
Yes.
tournament you are most looking forward to?
After this,
Yes.
the World Team Championships in Belgium next year.
Okay, so what's different between that and in Atlanta?
So this is like a singles event, so like it's just you against the world. Teams, you have each country has 8 players, and like your scores are collected.
So you play as a team rather than individually?
Well, yeah. So you each play an individual game against their like it's like uh step up where like your top dancers versus their top dancers, right?
Right.
Right. But so like your 8 players play like you play 8 individual games against the other country, but your scores are collected.
So what makes you more excited about that than this tournament?
I'm not saying I'm more excited, but it's the one I'm looking forward to after this one.
That's fair. That's fair. All right.
But it is fun having like a team aspect to it and like camaraderie and like yeah.
So you said you're playing as world eaters, right?
I am.
So why world eaters?
They're a very strong army right now. Their playstyle matches with mine completely, and I'm good at them.
So would you say they have an advantage in the tournament?
They're probably one of the top 5 armies in the game right now.
So why is that?
Very strong rules. They hit super hard, and if your positioning is off, they can really take advantage of it.
So in what ways could they take advantage of it?
So the biggest one is so you know when you charge things and then you get to do the pile in and consolidate, which is 3 inches to like move your guys closer to the thing you're fighting.
Yes. Yes.
World leaders have access to a 6-inch pile consolidate.
So they get an
So that
extra
means
3
after
inches to
yeah.
charge.
So after I've made my charge, I get to move an extra 6 inches, and then after I'm done fighting, I get to move another 6 inches. So I can get up to like 12 extra inches of movement across the board. So like, there's been games
Which
where I've been on my
is,
opponent's home objective on turn 2.
and that's significant because in tabletop, it's all about movement speed. It's all about how close you can get into your enemy. And then you can
So,
do the one-on-one melee. So
so
is
yeah, world
that
leaders are super fast. They hit super hard.
Okay, so is that the main reason that you choose world leaders?
Yeah, and because the way they play with like the board control aspect.
Okay. So my next question, I'm sure you're waiting for this. Do you just
I'm
enjoy
with bated
being
breath.
Do you just enjoy being a heretic?
Yeah, every now and then. Go let your hair down.
So,
Get a little wild.
why corn?
Um, I don't know. I guess probably being a martial artist, it kind of aligns with my thing.
So you're just a heretic.
Just I mean, and filthy Xenos. Are you gonna come smite me?
Well, I mean, they don't really align with Xenos. So, I'm just
Okay, well,
curious.
I'm a tiered boy as well.
Right, which is Xenos. But then you went
Hmm.
World Eaters, which is straight corn.
Yep.
So, why did you pick corn instead of the
Uh,
Emperor?
oh, because the Emperor's a fucking loser. Um,
How
uh,
dare you?
no, well,
Why do you feel the Emperor is a loser?
I mean, get off the chair, nerd. Oh wait, you can't.
We're fighting. We're
Yeah.
fighting! Why do you feel the Emperor should not rise?
Um, I don't know, because it makes you upset.
Oh, mm, mm. You went silent. Caught him off guard. So, do you feel like the Emperor could not take on the world leaders?
Well, they're not doing a great job lately.
He is in a slumber. Okay, so do you feel the world leaders could take on the Custodians and Sister of Silence?
Yeah, because we don't give a shit about psychic.
You can't control that,
You're
sir.
useless,
They
ma'am.
are not useless.
Ma'am, is this? I thought this was an interview, not an attack piece.
This is an interview. I just want to know what you think the world leaders could take on Sisters of Silence plus the Custodians.
Well, because the Sisters of Silence are like anti-psyker, and World Eaters don't have any psychers.
Right? Fair. But the Custodians are BA.
Yeah,
They
but
are
have you seen
higher
Angron
level of.
and
What do you mean
Karn?
by that? What?
Okay, well, in game, Karn can pick up an entire Custodians unit by himself.
Yeah, if you're playing as Corn, but you're not.
No, Karn. Karn is a World Eater character.
Oh. Oh. No, he couldn't.
Aharn.
No, he couldn't.
Well, he does 3 damage and Custodians are 3 wounds, so pretty good.
You would have to go through all the Custodians.
Yeah, he can do it by himself.
No. So why haven't they?
Because they're busy doing other stuff. Or the Custodians are scared, so they don't engage him.
BS. Complete
Okay.
BS.
Okay.
Okay, we are moving on to which faction from lore would you like to see as a playable model?
Which faction or which character
Which faction?
would I like to see on the tabletop?
Yep.
Um, which faction would be fun? That's a great question. Um,
And which character would you like to see on tabletop?
I want to see the Red Terror back in the Tyranids. He's a Screamer Killer character.
So what is
But as far,
what is that? What is Red Terror?
he was just this really badass screamer killer that just wreaked havoc on a Imperial world.
Is that a Tyranid?
It is.
Oh, love that.
Yeah.
So, do you like the Gene Stealers?
I love stealing genes. I'm gonna take your genes.
Gross. Gross. Okay, so
But
if you
you got
could, okay, so on your final
okay.
question, because I know you need to go to bed, you gotta prep for
Mm.
tomorrow. Final question. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
If you could ban any race, what would it be?
If I could
On
ban any race.
on tabletop.
Okay, so we're not trying to get canceled. I would ban the rowdy rays. I think they're toxic for the game.
What? So you're banning Daddy Dorn?
Yes.
Why?
For the lulls. See, there's
I
lulls in chat. You
didn't
did it for
know
the
we were
lulls.
fighting right now.
Ma'am, you just attacked me for like the last 5 minutes of this interview.
No, I didn't. I was asking strategic questions.
What would I ban? Honestly, I would ban knights. I don't think they're good for the game.
Why?
Not Knights Templar, like the Imperial Knights and Chaos Knights. Stop getting so defensive.
I'm just, Daddy Dorn. We gotta ban her, the heretic. Wow.
Yeah, I
Wow,
mean
you
the people
guys.
agree with me. I have good takes.
No, we are not banning Daddy Dorn. Okay, so the knights, why?
They're just not good for the game, and they're like mid-table bullies, and like they're just a pure stat check. Like when knights are good, the game is not in a good place. Like knights that were overpowered for the last like 4 months, and the game sucked because of it.
Overpowered how?
Okay, so like a big knight, like a big knight has like 26 wounds, right?
Okay.
And uh, they're just as effective if they have full wounds or if they have one wound. So if you don't kill the knight, it's like you didn't do anything for your turn, and that's
And
not
that's
fun.
for you.
Yeah.
So why would it be a good thing for tabletop in general?
I don't know. They just don't. They're hard to balance, and uh, they don't function with the game very well. But like a whole ass discussion.
Okay, that's fair. So, for concluding the interview, what would be your advice for someone going into tournament styles and growing into where you've become?
Yeah, just go in, try to have fun. Don't be afraid to lose. Try to learn lessons from your games. Ask your opponent if there was anything that they felt you did that was not good, or was there anything that your opponent was worried that you were going to do that you didn't do. Um, and of course, the age-old Dark Souls advice of get good scrub and roll good, and don't let your opponent roll good.
Well, you can't help that. But I
Well,
guess that
but not with
is.
that attitude, ma'am.
I'm just saying, from my own personal tabletop simulator experience, I am not a good dice roller, so.
Well, it's a skill you have to develop.
Wow! You can't develop dice rolling.
I mean, can you not?
It's the luck of the dice, and I have horrible luck.
Well, work on that.
I mean, I beat you twice, so.
Did you? Did you know?
I did. I don't know
Okay.
stratagems yet. but you know.
Yeah. Oh well, like I said, next time we play, the kick gloves are coming off.
Oh no, I'm scared. Well, I appreciate your time. I know it is late over there. You have a busy day tomorrow at the World Championships tomorrow. So, are you going to be streaming tomorrow?
I do not know until the round. I won't know until like the round starts. But I will be posting in your Discord if I am. It might not be on the official GW stream. It might be on like the French stream or whatever. Like a bunch of countries have brought like streaming stuff. So my army is like super pretty, and I'm kind of well known. So I imagine I'll be on stream at some point.
Okay, so you will provide me the link and I can stream it live if provided.
Yes. So first game starts at 10 a.m. Pacific time and tomorrow morning.
Oof, okay, so let's get you to sleep. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for the interview and all of your advice. I'm sure we will interview you in the future.
Thanks for having me and welcoming me into your community. It's been lovely.
Of course. All right. Thank you so much, Jordan.
Bye bye. I go away now.
Bye.
Bye.